Good morning, Nicole here. Class starts at 8, so I'm here just 5 minutes early. I'm just going to be setting up for the class, so I might not be totally active to what is maybe being commented on. I'm just going to kind of step back and get myself prepared. So you might see me moving around. All right, great. Let me just turn this a little bit. And I'll test the lighting to make sure I'm not super bright. All right, not so bad. Good morning and thank you for joining. I see I have one person watching. I'm going to start the class right at 8. And just kind of get ready. Let's see. A few more minutes to go. I have a little poem that I want to read to kind of inspire and help us get ready for our practice today. And it is from the Calendar of the Soul, which is originally written by Rudolf Steiner, the creator of the Waldorf pedagogy. But I have, because I don't speak German, I have Owen Barfield's interpretation. Into man's inner world, the senses pour their cornucopia. The spirit of the worlds retrieves itself, here in the mirror of the human eye, that from itself as source must ever and again renew its force. So this is the reading for the whole week. I'll post it in the comments after this class. And I like it because it has the word renew its force. So it makes me think about spring and how spring is a renewal. It is an awakening, a time where lots of energy is flowing in nature and in ourselves. It's time where we're awakening from winter, from our deep slumber. So that just really spoke to me, and I wanted to share that with all of you. So a little more about why I chose spring for a theme. I love renewal and this idea of awakening our creative juices, our creative energies. Just coming from winter, there are things in our life that we put on hold because we're kind of going into our winter mindset where things are moving slowly, we're not as active, and we have less sunlight, so everything about us is different. Well, now it's time for the return of light, for the return of so much of green. And it's so funny because today I come from Vermont and it's just covered in snow. So I forgot that Vermont can have snow in the springtime. So just a few minutes to go before class starts. So I'm just gonna keep talking about spring until that happens, and then in class I will mention spring a lot as well. So when I think about spring, I also think about blooming. And I personally want to bloom in all areas of my life. This spring and every spring. I love that idea of being a little seed and then rooting down and shooting up, and then having a bulb, having something special, an intention, a project. It really could be anything, and it blooms open to some success. It's letting that sunshine just kiss its face, and it's nurturing itself. I just absolutely love that. It's an exciting time for us. And we also have the new moon tonight, which is another kind of renewal and a reawakening. All right, I'm gonna step back and get ready for our hoop practice. So we're gonna start in corpse pose. So if you haven't put out a yoga mat or something soft to lay on, this is the time to do that. And I'll also get adjusted. So this is your time to prepare. ready to go to corpse pose. I'm gonna bring your hoop with you. You know, silly me, I'm just gonna move this hot tea out of the way so I don't hurt myself. So I'm gonna lay this way in hopes that you could see me. I'm in corpse pose with the hoop just propped on my body. And my palms are gonna be facing the sky. So our body's laying on the earth. Our palms and our heart are facing the sky. Close your eyes. Really sink into this corpse pose. Right now we are in our deep slumber. We are in our winter right here. Allowing your internal rhythm to guide your breath. Just like a wave coming in and out on the shoreline, your breath will flow in and out. It will flow up and down your body. I invite you to make any noises that you need to make through this breathing. Every exhale, you are sinking into the soil, into the earth. You are the seed. You are the spring seed. Maybe you're a bulb. Whatever seed you would like to be, imagine that in your mind now. Really visualize it. What does it look like on the outside of the seed? What does that shell of the seed look like? Breathing in and out. While you were in your deep slumber, there was a part of you, a project or an intention that you put on hold. Now imagine that you are going to put that project, that intention, into your seed. If you did not put an intention on hold this winter, then think about a great intention for yourself, for spring, for the renewal, for the awakening. Put your intention in words, and it doesn't need to be many words. And put that into your seed. Now gently bringing your hands to your heart, either on top of or underneath the hoop. You are putting that seed, your intention seed, into your heart. This will help guide your practice. Your practice will be the work and the energy that will help you succeed in accomplishing your goal, your intention, to encourage you to awaken that thing that you had put on hold. One more breath, planting that seed in your heart. And then gently return your hands back to your corpse pose. Gently open your eyes. Inhale, lift your left arm over your head. Exhale, grab your hoop with your right hand. Roll to your left side, or any side. It might be a different orientation for you, so you can see the class. I'm holding the hoop on my shoulder like it's a pocketbook or a purse. And hug your feet in. So we are a seed right now. You can imagine that we are going to grow We're gonna sprout. A lot of movement's gonna happen, but we're gently going to get there together. So I have a larger hoop, but for this sequence we're about to do, you might want a smaller hoop. It's really up to you. I'm gonna keep with this large one. And if you are someone that has no hoop, I encourage you to use an invisible hoop. And you can maybe even give it the color of spring, green, the color of the heart chakra. And with your next inhale, gently roll back to your back. And now you're gonna hold your hoop like it is a giant steering wheel at 3 and 9, and lift it up over your chest. Your feet could be any distance you like apart. We're gonna be doing some roll-ups. So I tend to have my feet at hip distance because that's what's comfortable to my body. So it's important to breathe through this entire practice. At any time, if I forget to cue a breath, please breathe what is necessary. It's important to just match movement with breath. It's okay if I'm inhaling and you're exhaling. That is okay. And it's okay if I'm doing something on the right side and you're doing it on the left. We are going to be very well balanced today and do both sides. And we're going to be inhaling and exhaling. So we're going to awaken our seed. We're going to be sprouting first overhead. We're going to inhale, tap the hoop. And then as we exhale, we're going to squeeze into the hoop and begin to roll up with control, pushing the hoop forward. I like to have nice flat feet. You can't see my feet here. Apologies about that. I have my flexed feet. And I'm going to reach forward and then inhale, exhale when I'm halfway with control, rolling down, squeezing into the hoop. Inhale, tap back, begin the roll up. Halfway, exhale, squeeze into the hoop, come on up, push forward, and then inhale, begin that roll down, squeezing into the hoop. Exhale halfway to bring you back down. Inhale, tap, begin your roll up, squeeze into the hoop. Exhale, come up all the way. Beautiful job sprouting little seeds. Inhale, begin your roll down. Exhale, and just come back to that steering wheel position, laying on our back. Breathing your own rhythm and pace. 3 roll-ups to wake up the top of our little seed body. Now we're going to be waking up the bottom of our seed body. So inhale, roll up your head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale. And now inhale, kick your right foot to the hoop, bring it down. Left foot to the hoop, bring it down. Inhale as you kick, exhale as it comes down. Beautiful, keeping your head, neck, and shoulders lifted. We're now gonna hover both of our feet, and we're just gonna scissor kick for a nice count of 5, 4, breathing what pattern feels good to you, and 1. Bring those legs down, gently lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Bring your feet inward so you have bent knees, and just kind of windshield wiper your knees side to side, wakening up your little seed body, all that sprouting you're doing. You're nurturing your intention for growth right now. So keep up the good work. And 1 more windshield wiper. Come back to having nice straight feet. Inhale, looking at the bottom of the hoop, hook your right toes to the hoop. And now, based on the size of your body and your hoop, you might, you're gonna straighten your leg. You might have to aim your hoop overhead, or you might just bend your arms and pull it closer to your forehead. I am very short and my hoop is very big, so I am aiming it. I'm keeping straight arms and I'm just aiming it over my head. This should be a nice stretch in the back of the leg, breathing your own pattern, your own rhythm. Your windy spring air is moving in and out of your body, all around, providing that much needed energy for you to nurture your intention for growth. With your next inhale, release your left hand. It's going to come down to the earth, palm up towards the sky. And now, holding the hoop with your right hand, I'm going to scooch it up to the top, to the 12 part of our clock. And now, I'm going to reach my right foot across to my left hand, keeping my right hip down. That's a nice little side stretch for your leg. Breathing into the stretch. Your breath is just the nutrients that your seed needs to nurture the growth of your intention. Inhale, now you're going to return your left hand, release your right hand down to the earth, palm up, and bring your hoop and your right leg across to the right side. If you're like me, you're now in a balancing act of not knocking over the hoop that's on the wall. So let's move that out of the way and get that nice inner leg stretch. Play around with your grip until you can feel the stretch. Breathing into that stretch. One more breath. And then with your next inhale, return to center. Bring both hands back to the hoop. Lift your left foot up to the hoop. Release your right foot. This side is going to be very different for me. You might feel that in your body as well. Just first doing the stretch for the back of the leg. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Breathing into any of those tight parts of your body. Playing around with your grip until you feel that stretch on the back of the leg. With your next inhale, you're going to release your left hand down to the earth, palm up towards the sky. Again, with your right hand scooched up to the top of the hoop, reach your left leg across to the right, keeping that left hip down, stretching that side leg, breathing into that stretch. My breath is truly saving me in this difficult stretch. Thank you so much, Sky, for giving me this air to breathe, to help me nurture my intention for growth. With your next inhale, return to center. Your left hand will come to the top of the hoop. Your right hand is released, bringing your hoop and your leg out to the left for that inner leg stretch. Again, playing around with your hoop grip and placement until you feel that stretch in a good way. Reminding yourself that you are going to bloom today and every day. You're going to bloom in all parts of your life. One more breath here. Inhale brings you back to center, and putting your hands back at 3 and 9 in that steering wheel position, gently releasing your left leg, bring that down. Very nice. And now we're going to bring the hoop back down to our body, holding it with our right hand onto our right shoulder, rolling to our left side, or rolling to any side. We're gently and at our own time and pace going to come to a seated position. Shaking out, we need to shake out. I'm going to sit in cross-legged position. You can sit here on your knees if that's more comfortable, or for an added challenge, you could always sit in Lotus Pose, but I'm going to be here in crisscross applesauce, as we say in preschool world. Nice. So our seed has, planted its roots. Now we're going to work on coming upward, going to our shoots, because our roots are already there. Holding the hoop at 3 and 9, closing your eyes. We're going to work on a seated, centered pose. So now just push your torso forward so you could feel what it's like to be thinking and feeling in the future. And then when you're ready, come back to center. And then with your next inhale, reach back to see what that feels like to be in this seated position, but in the past. We want to be in the now. We want to be in springtime. So we're going to come back to center. We're going to pull our belly button or our navel to our spine. Have a little tuck of our tailbone. Inhale, lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. I call this plugged in. Plug your shoulders in. When you truly feel that you are in centered pose, gently open your eyes and bring your gaze to the hoop in front of you. Flowing with your breath, as you inhale, your hoop will come up. And as you exhale, the hoop will come down. Flowing with your own breath, your inhale floats the hoop up. And I like to have nice long fingers, and I keep my shoulders plugged in, down and back, and then exhale, pushing into the hoop ever so gently, bring it back down. You will have to grip the hoop again at some point so it doesn't drop. One more just like this. Inhale, floating that hoop up. And then exhale, bringing that hoop back down to your center. Beautiful. Roll your shoulders backwards. Roll your shoulders forwards. Plug those shoulders in. Inhale, lift the hoop up overhead. Now lengthen your fingertips. Exhale, bring your shoulders down and back. We're going to be doing some side arc flow. I'm going to scooch back in hopes that you could see more of me. Scoot, scoot, scoot. So keeping both hip bones planted to the earth. Inhale, reach over to the right. And then exhale, inhale, reach over to the left. Exhale, inhale, reach to the right, swaying in the wind. You are now a little leaf, a little sprout, and you're flowing with your breath, swaying side to side. Keeping our hips nice and quiet and planted to the earth. This movement might not be as extreme as when you're standing. Keeping your shoulders down and back, plugged in. Beautiful. One more each direction. Nice. I was playing around with some side arc things yesterday, getting ready for this class, and I found a really deepening side arc or side body stretch. So keeping the hoop in your right hand, safely kind of swinging your hoop into a halo or a lasso. So you're just hand hooping while in a seated position. When you're in your right hand, your left hand will come down to the earth, and you could just lean into your left elbow and look up at your hoop. Ooh, careful not to hit your wall. It was a hoop kiss. Oh boy, keeping that right hip down to the earth. Can't you just feel all that good work? You're nurturing your intention for growth. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then come very gently back up to your upright centered position. Keeping your lasso or halo moving, keeping that momentum going. With your left hand tracing up your right arm to your right hand, now in a prayer pose overhead. I mean, we look amazing right now. We could just stay here forever, but we will gently release our right hand, bringing that down to the earth, coming down to our right elbow, Now looking up at our left hand, feeling that side body stretch. Whew, whew, whew. What is your body telling you right now? Mine is telling me that I'm working hard so I can bloom in all areas of my life. One more breath. Come back to your centered pose. Hands in prayer overhead. Plug those shoulders in, down and back. Beautiful. Just look up. How amazing. Oh, thank you, hula hoop. And then when you're ready, you can gently and with control bring your hoop in front of you onto the earth. Ah, this hoop is so pretty. I'm going to be turning to my side, but keeping my hoop right where it is, so my body is parallel to the hoop. I'm going to hold the hoop thumb up with my left hand. I'm going to pull my knees in tight, and I'm going to experiment with rolling like a ball while holding my hoop. Let's see, I cued this wrong. Okay, so what we'll do is scoot your hoop closer to your body. My apologies there. Bring your grip to the bottom of your hoop. So you might need to assist that a little bit. All right, now tuck in again, and you're gonna roll back. Roll up. However it works for you. Maybe the hoop isn't part of that. I just wanted us to roll to standing. So inhale, come back, exhale comes up. Inhale goes back, exhale comes up. And when you feel energized and ready to sprout up even more towards the sun, come to a standing position. Ta-da! So roll to standing or gently get yourself to a standing position. With your feet hip distance apart, setting up our centered pose, I like to bring my hoop back, around my body, holding that at 3 and 9, rocking in your feet, feeling the weight of your body and where you could feel more weight of your foot connected to the earth, balancing out your weight, connecting that, making sure there's the same amount of weight on all tripods of your foot. Soften your knees, have a slight tuck of the tailbone. Inhale, bring your shoulders up. Exhale, pull them down and back or plug them in. This is centered pose. At any time in our next little sequence, anytime you need, you could return to this centered pose. It's a mountain pose, holding the hoop around your body. Close your eyes here. Now pulling the breath or the air from the toes up to the top of the head. Now the wave of your breath will go from the earth up to the sky. And recycle back down as you exhale. Again, visualizing the seed that you started out as today. Thinking about that intention that you put in the heart seed, or the heart of your seed, or that you put into your heart. Gently open your eyes and bring your gaze to the front of the hoop, to the hoop in front of you. Now very gently and slowly putting all of your weight onto your right foot. Wiggling your left foot. You can put your left heel against your ankle, and this can be a tree pose for you. If you would like, you could also have your tree pose on your calf, or if you're able to, you could have it up higher. I'm not able to today, but just like Jocelyn said the other day, never put your heel on your knee pushing into your knee. I'm going to have a nice low tree pose. I'm going to come down even lower. some gentle spinal twists. Based on which tree pose you're in, your twist might be fast or it might be slow. Maybe it also depends on the weather of your spring. Do you have lots of breath moving, making you fast at twisting? Or are you taking it nice and slow and steady? I'm going to lift up to my calf now and feel that twist. Growing from the top of my head, I even turn my gaze to my twist. One more in each direction. Inhale, twist. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, return to center. And then gently and with control, place your left foot down onto the earth. Now, shifting your weight to your left foot. Going to whatever tree pose you were in on the other side. Do that the same on this side to start. Feeling that tree pose. Inhale to twist and exhale to center, flowing with your internal rhythm. For good measure, I'm going to also come to a low tree on my calf and do my twists. When you're ready, returning your right foot to the earth with control. Inhale, exhale, just a nice cleansing breath, shaking out whatever you need. This time is flying by. Let me see where I want to go from here. Whew. Inhale, lift your hoop up. Exhale, flip or coin flip it forward. Now your hoop is touching the ground in front of you. And we're going to use it similar to a ballet bar, but we always want to try to keep the circle shape, the shape of the cycles, the shape of the moon, our new moon tonight. And we're going to inhale, point our right toe back behind us. Exhale, and then with our next inhale, lift up your right foot. So here is where we can have some variations or modifications. You could stay right here in this pose with this gentle support of the hoop. For an added challenge, you can pretend it's a gigantic serving tray of the most delicious spring foods, and you can hold it here. For an even greater challenge, you could try to bring it back into your halo while keeping your warrior three behind you, your leg behind you. Woo! I'm just going to return to the serving tray. One more breath. With control, return your hoop back to that supportive bar. Bring your right foot down to the earth. Shake your booty, yeah. Shake it out, woo. Ah. And when you're ready, placing your weight on your right foot. Inhale, point your left toe behind you. Exhale. Inhale, lift up your left leg. This side might feel different. What does that tell you about your body? What does that tell you about whatever plant you're growing into? Whew. And again, you can come to the serving tray for the added challenge. Or you could come into a halo or lasso. These are all things you can play around with more as well. As I fall, let me reset myself. One more breath here. With control, return your foot down to the earth. Now bring both feet together. Widen your stance. Send your booty behind you and shake your tail. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Nice. Oh my goodness, 8:30 already. I just have some leg stomps that I really would like us to do for more shaking and release. You do this fast or slow. Shake, 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 shake. Slowing it down and finding yourself back in centered pose. Bring your hoop up overhead. Breathing to your own internal rhythm. You're going to bring your hoop down towards your heart, bringing your hands in prayer pose, holding the hoop in your thumbs. Your thumbs are going to touch your heart center. Close your eyes. Slow down your breath. Reminding yourself of your intention for today, for this spring, for this season. May your practice bring you peace. May you share this peace with the world. Namaste. Ooh, excuse me. I was trying to hold that cough in, that didn't work out. Well, thank you all so much for joining. I'm going to end this in just a minute, but I did want to let you know that the poem I read in the beginning, for those that missed it, I will post that in the comments. And I also wanted to share this beautiful illustration from a magazine. Let me give it a backing so you can see it. So this is, hopefully, well, you could at least see the illustration. So this is the heart seed. So this is such beautiful imagery. So whether you're having spring or you're having fall, we are right here, all together in the heart seed. And I remind you to bloom in all areas of your life and nurture your intention for growth. That is my tagline. I'll also put that in the comments because I love sharing. If you would love to share whatever your intention is, or maybe some spring recipe or an essential oil mix or something spring themed that you want to share with the community, please do post it here in the comments. And happy hooping. Thank you. Bye.